It's the Andy and Dave Daily right here on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Andy O'Reilly. There's Dave Cackley. Welcome to Thursday, which, FYI, programming note, will be our last show of the week. Tomorrow going to a big function downtown, the Martin Luther King Day Unity Breakfast, which is a...
you get free pancakes.
Right?
And sausage and some snacks.
And, fruit cups and yogurt. And orange juice and coffee, and I'm hoping muffins, and I'm gonna hit the buffet line like a fat kid at a buffet line. That's what's gonna happen there. Then I'm gonna come to the staunch realization that I can barely eat yet. So 5 minutes after the buffet line, you'll see me making a sprint to the bathroom, like that. No, kidding. I'll probably go easy on the food.
If you were, here's the thing. If you were a racist, but really, really, really enjoyed breakfast food, and you heard about this, I mean, that would be quite the conundrum. You're like, God, I'm a racist, but God, I love pancakes.
Oh my God!
How do I find? It's this battle for my soul, the racism and the pancake.
Here's what I would say: if you are a racist, this might be a good thing for you to come to see. That you're an idiot,
there you go.
And you really need to wake up and get your head out of your ass because there's good things, in everybody.
There you go.
That's so. If you're a racist, please, by all means, come and learn your lesson. Break down a barrier or two.
I feel like there's a song in there or something. I don't know.
We'll get ready. But another programming note for the fun of it and for the for the satisfaction of our audience. These shows come once a day.
Right.
And then tomorrow there'll be a new Monday there'll be a new show in this place, right?
Right.
What do you do if you miss an Andy and Dave?
Well, you're screwed. You're
screwed.
You have no recourse.
No recourse.
You're done,
nowhere to go.
It's here and then it's
nothing
gone.
to do. You're SOL. That's the term. They teach you that in broadcast.
Yes.
SOL.
Right. Yes.
Until now. Right below the Andy and Dave Daily, you're going to find a link that says, click here for the Andy and Dave Daily Rewind. And what I've done is I took all of the December Andy and Daves and I put them on YouTube and I put them in a playlist. So all of December sits now on the YouTube channel and you can go access anything that went on in December.
Oh, very, very nice.
At the end of every week, I will take our weekly shows and I will push them onto YouTube. Now, why is this well, first of all, I never thought of it till last night. Because I'm not that smart. And second of all, I don't know YouTube's rules when it comes to in-video ads and different things like that.
That can always be, that could be an issue.
We've got two things that we're trying to do here with the Muskegon Channel. One, entertain and inform. And two, build an advertising value for people in Muskegon. That's why we use the platform we use called Vimeo to put the stuff out. If by chance YouTube says you can't do this because your ads are all in your video, we'll have to rework the wheel. But if they say, cool, all right, well, there you go. You've got the repository for shows in the past, and you can always go back and find what you missed.
Right. Very good.
Very good. So if
way to archive.
That's what we're doing. We're archiving. We're making ourselves vulnerable to you saying bad swears and people pulling us out going, hey, look what Dave said.
First of all, can I defend myself?
No.
When it comes to the occasional salty language, because I don't like to use it a lot. I like to use it occasionally for emphasis. What? Okay,
emphasis.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I know. Okay, I did that on purpose, and you knew I did it on purpose. Yet you still rang the bell. But I'm going to overlook that.
Okay.
Because I like to take the high road as per the norm. But yeah, I don't gratuitously use vulgar language.
Okay.
Again, it's to drive home the occasional point.
Right.
Like I may not say, I don't even use it. Like I will occasionally, and it's usually PG-13.
Right.
But very rarely On rare occasion, I drop the F-bomb. Rare.
And I do too. I have been known to say a swear here or there, which is, okay, we're not on broadcast. We're fine. That's good.
Right.
But
different rules.
But here's the thing too. You and I both adhere to broadcast standards. We've been grown up.
For the most part, yeah.
Yeah. We've been grown up in a business where we know what an audience tolerance is. And the occasional slip, great. I'm not bagging you out for the occasional swear, and I do it too.
No.
But we are setting a tone and an example for others to follow.
Yeah.
So, occasionally somebody might want to come in there and go, I think I heard Dave say the S word. Andy, straighten Dave out. And I have then we go through the motions, and I'm like, Dave, don't swear. It's stupid.
Yeah.
Hoops.
And then I roll my eyes and we move on.
We jump through hoops. We move on.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, in that to that point, I actually use this as kind of a occasional teaching tool for Max. I'm on him all the time because he's a funny kid, but he doesn't know it's all about knowing your audience. It's like there's certain things you can occasionally say around me that you can't say around grandma. But then there's things that you say around me that you should really reserve for your friend group, because he'll tell me about stuff he and his friends are doing, or, some whatever. And it's like, dude, I'm your dad. I'm not your buddy.
Right.
Okay. Let's say and I occasionally cross that line because some of this, and in fact, a good portion of this is my fault, because I will buddy up with them and then I switch into dad mode, which I think can be confusing for a kid in general.
Yeah, important.
And it's just something I do because I do too. I think because it's important. I want to have fun, but I also don't want him crossing lines.
Right.
And it's really important, even at his 12, going on almost 13 now, to know your audience. And we do the same thing here. I mean, there's stuff that we say in the air that we won't say on the air. I mean, we're pretty transparent and pretty honest. It's basically what you see is what you get on here.
Right.
Off the air, it could be a little saltier. I would say things maybe off camera and off air that would get me fired if
That's life.
Like say on TV 13. That's just a different. It's a different audience. So you just have to understand and respect that.
Right.
So again, this is a good teaching tool.
Yeah, I agree totally.
For how to communicate.
So
look at this. We're educating people.
Give me an example of something Max would cross the line with.
Oh, he will just say, he will swear occasionally.
Oh boy.
Like, dude, just watch your mouth. And occasionally doing that in front of his grandma, and she's
that's a no-no.
This is what I've realized, though. And I've explained this to my mom, and I've explained this to other people. It's like, kids today do that more open, like their kids do the same thing.
Yeah.
And you hear this kind of across the board. Now, you occasionally have some kids who really strictly adhere to that. Good for them. But for the most part, kids are way more loose with the verbiage than we would be back in the day. It's just how it is. It's it's a different generation of kid.
Yeah, I was pretty foul-mouthed as a kid, but I understood knowing
Not
your
in front
audience.
of mom and dad.
No, I understood knowing your audience, but
right.
There was a stark contrast in knowing your audience in the 70s compared to now, because knowing your audience in the 70s, if you didn't know your audience, you picked your ass up off the floor.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean?
And there's no real threat of that anymore.
No,
and kids know this. See, my dad never once laid a hand on me, never once. But I always knew he could. He had the glasses. He looked over them, and it was just all I needed was that look. It's like, you are 2 seconds away from the beating of your life that I've never given you, but I could.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. On 10 Mile?
And they just know that's not going to happen.
On 10 Mile, that look was preceded by lights out. And things like back talk, boom! Chewing with your mouth open, et cetera and so forth. Yeah, boom. It all came to a stop. I think I was about 13, and I lipped off to my mom about something. And she reared back, went to take a swat, and I caught her hand in midair. Oh, my God.
I love this story. I've read. Oh, God.
Dumbest freaking thing I've ever done. And the look on her face when I caught that hand in midair, shit hit the fan. And I don't, here we are swearing, right? but I'll just never forget that look in her face.
Right.
So I duck and cover, and I'm like this, literally. I'm in the position for a nuclear bomb to hit, and I'm under my desk, covered up like this. She goes, "Let me hit you, you son of a bitch!" And then, like a dumbass, I said, "Well, you got the second part right." Ooh.
Oh my God! That was unbelievable.
And that was the last time any kind of corporal punishment was ever sent my way. It's like,
once your kid, see, that's the other thing, because Max is getting a little bit like, he's 5'7" now.
Yeah.
He's still thin. He's still like barely over,
wiry.
$105. Yeah, he's getting stronger. So like, because we occasionally wrestle around, and he's harder now to keep on the ground. He can get he'll go all Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome on me occasionally, and he can lift up. And I've had this conversation with him. I was like, dude, you got to watch it, because before too long, you're going to be able to handle the old man.
Yeah.
And you got to know what you can do and what you can't do.
Here's the thing, though. My dad is pushing 80. Well, wait a minute. He was born in 43. It's 23.
23. So yeah, he's 79.
He'll be 80 this year.
He'll be 80. This is a big,
I'm still scared to death. Totally.
And that's good.
I swear to God, terrified. So I guess that's the way it went back then. Anyway,
he'll back up the UPS truck over you in a heartbeat. Right. Don't
do some news, will you?
Go the wrong way.
Anyway, archive footage now on the Andy and Dave Daily. You can find the link right there.
Very cool.
Perfect. Go.
All right. Buffalo Bills safety Damar Hamlin is back home. Hamlin has been discharged from a Buffalo hospital just 9 days after collapsing from cardiac arrest during last week's Monday Night Football game in Cincinnati. He had been transferred to Buffalo's facility earlier in the week. He was able to be released following an intensive series of cardiac, neurological, and vascular testing. In addition, this is really cool add to the story. Hamlin's toy charity drive that he started back in 2020 while in college at Pittsburgh. Again, the original goal, $2,500, $8.5 million.
Wow.
Just an incredible story, because, I mean, keep in mind, this happened on January 2nd.
Yep.
So that looked like it was going to be the tragedy of the year, and we were 2 days into the new year, and now it's like the feel-good story of the year.
Love it.
And it is just... it's amazing. Everybody coming together for this guy, and the prayers. And we talked about the medical treatment he received. That was phenomenal. And, it's good to have that feel good story circulating with all the crap that you usually get, because I mean, it was a true miracle. And it feels good to talk about something positive and good like that. And it's amazing.
Did you catch Sunday Morning last week?
I know I did not.
They had a little blurb, and this is the biggest one, right? It's great, but
right.
And I don't know where it was, Florida or something, somewhere down south or whatever. But some 80-year-old something or other was still working a Walmart job, and people would literally get in line and wait for this guy to ring them up.
I think I did hear about this. Now that you bring it up,
some guy said, "All right, enough of this." So he did a little crowdfunding thing. They raised $150,000 so this guy could retire.
Yeah, because he was like 80. Wasn't he like 85? I think he was like something my mom's age.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Yeah.
So, yeah, hey, dude, here's a community. We love you. Go retire.
That's very cool.
That. Awesome.
Amazing. All right. Moving on, legendary guitarist Jeff Beck has passed away. Beck, of course, rose to fame back in the 1960s, replacing Eric Clapton in the Yardbirds. He later left the band to start the Jeff Beck Group, which featured Rod Stewart. An 8-time Grammy winner, Beck was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame twice as a member of the Yardbirds in 1992, and then again in 2009 as a solo artist. Jeff Beck, 78. Again, a life well-lived and incredible career, phenomenal guitarist. One of those guys he's talked about, but he's not talked about really in the same vein as a Jimi Hendrix or an Eric Clapton. But again, hey,
to the aficionados, he is. Isn't that great? I unfortunately never developed an attachment to Jeff Beck.
I didn't either.
I'm due just respect. Like you. All credit where due. I just never got. Right. You know, it's kind of like Todd Rundgren. Awesome, great, everything else.
Right.
Just not there for me. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Bang on the drum, I'm there. Everything else, I'm like,
I saw the light. I get it. I'll take that one. Yeah, but other than that, I missed it. So that's on me.
Right. Yeah. But that's okay. You know, it's one of those. It's good to be able to recognize somebody's talent, even if you didn't fully appreciate. And again, I'm like you. I didn't fully appreciate Jeff Beck in the way I appreciated a Jimi Hendrix or an Eric Clapton, but obviously Eddie, Eddie Van Halen, 100%. And again, he'll be missed. But hey, 70, you're a rock star, and you made it through the 60s. And you lived to be 70, because there's no way Jeff Beck in the 1960s thought he was going to live to almost 80 years old.
Nope.
He did live fast, die young, leave a good-looking corpse. That was the attitude. But again, amazing life, amazing career, Jeff Beck. Finally, Bed Bath & Beyond is closing stores in Michigan. The company expects to shut down 150 stores nationwide. The Harvey Street location in Muskegon expected to close as well. The actual shutdown dates have not been released, but you're going to need another place to get your lotions and your basket of lady things and the bubble bath. Actually, I'll be honest, that's stuff I use. I say lady things, but I like a bubble bath. I like a nice loofah. I like some scented candles. I'm very much in touch with my feminine side. So, I guess it'll be Walmart or Walgreens or Meijer. That's what we're gonna have to do. It's okay.
Things got
still enjoy my cats.
No problem.
Yeah. What? There's no awkward here.
I didn't say anything.
You can't handle. You like baths. You take baths. You've admitted this.
Yeah, but I use dish soap and a bar of Irish Spring.
I enjoy. Okay. Well, so you like the bubbles. You know what? I've used dish soap in a pinch when I'm out of my regular bottle soap.
Right.
Then dish I'll soap, do
that. And I even questioned myself buying dish soap with a ducky on it. I was like,
Straight Palmolive? Is that where you're going?
Oh, man.
Oh, what's the stuff what's the stuff that takes grease out of your way? Use that. I don't even know what that is.
Ajax.
Forget. Ajax, there you go.
Yeah, Ajax is fun. God. Yeah, I'll do that.
Sports, Pistons beat Minnesota 135-118. They still suck. Michigan takes on Iowa. Big Ten hoops tonight. Tip-off set for 7 o'clock. That's sports.
All right, it's time for pianos again. This time it's for 1,000, and you continue to dig yourself into a hole. By the end of this year...
I got the last one, didn't I?
No, you blew it yesterday.
No, totally yesterday we weren't on.
Or the day before.
Yesterday we weren't on.
I have to skip yesterday. Well, you're right. Today's only for 400. Look at you. And it's not pianos.
I'm almost positive.
No, you blew it the other day.
Or did I get... Oh, I got Mondays and I screwed Tuesdays.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
That's possible.
All right, help is on the way for 400. Boy, you saved yourself an ass kicking to 1,000 there, didn't you? Help is on the way. A player who passes you the puck right before you score is credited with one of these.
That would be an assist.
Wow, 400 to the good. That puts Dave at 23,600 in the hole. Congratulations. We'll see you Monday. The Andy and Dave Rewind is there for you all weekend long. Click on it after you watch this show today, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here Monday. Dave, have a great weekend.
You too. See ya.
Happy Thursday, Muskegon. Dry weather is expected now today as the storm track has shifted well to the southeast. So let's look at your forecast brought to you by Trinity Health. Starting out with our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, much of the eastern 2/3 of the United States will be well above average. So it looks like we won't have really any cold Arctic air spilling into the area for the next 10 days or so. So your weather headlines show we will have a lack of winter continuing. Like I said, we won't really have much snow with the cold air as well. And for today, the storm track has shifted to the east now, which means no precipitation is expected, but we will be dealing with some cloudy skies as usual this time of year. Now temperature-wise today will likely end up in the upper 30s, close to 40 degrees the further south you go in Muskegon County, so a pretty mild day for the coldest time of year. So the future radar shows what was the storm across West Michigan is now well to the southeast. It's honestly not really impacting Detroit even, so this storm has definitely shifted well away from us, which will keep us dry but cloudy throughout the day today. And the latest chance of 1 inch or more of snow has Muskegon basically at a 0% chance, so we're not expecting any precipitation or any snow accumulation out of this storm. The best chance of that will be further to the east toward Detroit. So for your Thursday, expect a dry day now with cloudy skies and a high of 39, and it looks like we'll cool down to 28 with cloudy skies sticking around as cold air will start to move in as the storm system departs, which means your Friday will only have a high of 31, so that's the coldest temperature we will have seen so far in the year of 2023. And it looks like milder air will move in this weekend and also early next week, with also a pretty good chance of rain on Monday. And that's your warm weather forecast brought to you by Trinity Health on the Muskegon Channel. I'm Colin Woods Weather, and have a wonderful day today.